Good evening, everyone. My name is Carla Ford, and this is Social Work 544, and I am presenting my case conceptualization plan. I completed my biopsychosocial spiritual assessment, and the identifying data and presenting problem is as follows. The client is a male, Caucasian. He is 64 years old, and he resides in Southern California. His primary language is English, and he speaks no other language. And the client has two siblings. One brother lives out of state and a sister that lives with him. And the client called the crisis hotline as he reports a neurological neurodevelopment disorder called Tourette syndrome. As a result of the disorder, the client reports experiencing anxiety and depression with infrequent thoughts of suicide. The client conveyed his symptoms he experiences from Tourette syndromes are profuse sweating, uncontrolled yelling obscenities, and tics. The client self-disclosed a new tic where he bites his lips and bleeds excessively. As a result, the client shared he is withdrawn, isolated within his home, has symptoms of depression and anxiety. He did share when he thinks about Tourette's is as he is aging is when the suicidal thoughts become more prevalent. And the relevant history basically is he has financial housing. He is healthy. In addition to the Tourette syndrome, he has healthy eating habits. He did report that he has low energy, and he is experiencing lack of sleep. Environmental social factors. The client is a heterosexual male with no children. He, like I said, his sister lives with him and she provides that support for him. He does not have any relationships outside of with his sister. He does not speak to his brother. They did have a falling out. And he does want to make amends with his brother. He has no support system. His primary support system is his sister, and he is not involved in any community organization except for the Salvation Army. He does not serve in the military and has no history of arrest. He does not have any hobbies outside of his housing environment. However, he does like to play the guitar, listen to music, and cooks healthy food. Psychological spiritual factors. The client's Tourette's diagnosis has impacted his psychological emotion and cognition. He reports that when he has a severe episode, it does cause anxiety. So from that, his support system is his sister, and she provides that emotional support when he's experiencing thoughts of suicide. She's able to help him regulate his emotions and reframe his thought process. Also, in addition to that, he does have a spiritual belief system in God. He shared that his belief stems from his father raising his children in the church, and he watched his father heavily rely on his faith, and he said that he emulates that, and he has a strong belief system. He loves playing the guitar when he does attend the Salvation Army. Provisional diagnoses are PTSD, social anxiety, and depression. Differential diagnosis for PTSD is attention attention deficit hyperactivity, and the differential diagnosis for social anxiety is specific phobias. Now, the intervention that I will be using is cognitive behavioral therapy, with allowing him to understand how his thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all correlated and intertwined. So, which gives him the idea and theory that his life is not worth living because he has a Tourette syndrome. So my goal is to challenge those thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to get a new set of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that can predicate a positive outcome. The treatment plan will consist of the gentleman taking walks, being referred to his doctor, and also I've given him 3 resources, which is a psychiatrist resource, a medical provider resource, and the social worker resource. Thank you.